Well, it was just about a month ago now. I decided I was gonna take a very special road trip and go to Kanye West's Donda listening party, the first one. And while, again, that was an awesome time, it's an event I'll never forget in my life, it just felt like empty afterwards with the experience, with the album just not being done. So, flash forward 1 month, Kanye is back home. He is in Chicago, going to Soldier Field for the third and supposed final listening party for Donda. This is a very special event. The stage, his old house, looks amazing. And all in all, this just feels like a grand finale. And I hope I don't regret saying that. But of course, you know, if I drove 13 hours to go see the first one, I'm going to drive, you know, less than 30 minutes to go see this one. So, we're back on the road. We're going to Kanye West's Donda listening party, the third one, Soldier Field, Chicago. Welcome back home, Kanye. Let's go. All right, everyone, we're officially in the car, headed to Soldier Field for Donda. And before we get there, we're on our way, we're pretty close. I want to introduce who I'm going with, and that is none other than my sister. Now, she is technically the reason I even like Kanye, because I was really into heavy metal music in like middle school. Then I heard The Life of Pablo because she was playing it, and I heard Father Stretch My Hands, and I've never looked back since. So, technically, she's a big part of this. So it's pretty cool we get to go together. She almost went to the St. Pablo tour. She never did, which I don't...
Shut up.
Yeah, that's gotta be one of the biggest regrets in someone's life. But we're on the way. I don't want to waste anyone's more time. But when you see it, we're rolling up here to Soldier Field. I'm in the seats here. I rushed all around the stadium. I have terrible lighting right now, but I rushed all around the stadium, everywhere, up, down this freaking place. And finally, I find a decent merch line that it accepts card, because I don't know who would carry money right now in the world. And right when I get there, they say the merch was not delivered. I figure it'll be online anyway, but weird situation, I guess. But here's our view right now. The house looks awesome. We saw it coming in. It's just interesting to see what the show's gonna be like. It seems pretty big budget at least. And I guess now we just wait for this show to start. Holy shit.
Donda, 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 Donda.
Oh Hello everybody. I look like I've been through some tough shit. I've survived Chicago traffic, but listening party ended, and very weird show. The sequencing of the tracks was the weirdest part for me. Obviously there's a lack of things that fans were upset with, me included, and I just wrote some stuff down here, my immediate thoughts. I just thought it was a weird track list choice. I thought the intro was really cool with the Donda interlude. I think if that is the first or second track, that's cool, especially with the lighting. I thought that was really awesome. And then Jail, and Kanye was up there with Marilyn Manson, and then he brought DaBaby out for Jail. Well, obviously controversial figures, and he's trying to have DaBaby have this like redemption arc, and I honestly don't know how I feel about that. I haven't heard I've heard the verse was good, but like, it's just such a weird thing. It's all about, I guess, forgiveness and stuff. But when Jail hit, before I heard and I realized Jay-Z wasn't on, and they had those visuals and Kanye saying "take what you want" of him at the freaking campaign rally where he had a breakdown and all this stuff, and his George Bush doesn't care about black people moment, and the Taylor moment, that gave me chills. That was insane. And then the fact that Jay-Z wasn't on it, and I don't care what you say about Jay-Z's verse, just the fact that we don't have that, "this might be the return of the throne," or even told him stop all of that, red cap, we're going home. That stuff was so great, and I don't understand. I hope it's on the final album. I don't know what Kanye's doing. Kid Cudi's also not on this thing anymore, and I find it ironic that when Kanye has 2024 merch, which is obviously an election year, Kid Cudi and Jay-Z, his two friends who honestly are real with him and aren't just yes men, they're taken off the album. Obviously, we'll see what happens when this thing gets officially released, if it ever does. I don't know anymore. I think the thing about this listening party is that the highs were so high that when the low points hit, it just hit you out of left field, and after waiting for almost 2 hours for the show to start, and in the heat, it just kind of took a toll. I mean, he killed it here. It was good production. Praise God was fixed. Off the Grid has a Kanye verse after Fivio Foreign spits, and he killed the verse there. Believe What I Say played. That was awesome, and it was good. I thought it was a very good use of that track's instrumental. I thought it was very powerful. One thing I will say is, Where the Hell Was South Carolina? That has to be one of the most powerful tracks that was on this album, and for some reason it wasn't on there. I think maybe it's just because Kanye didn't want to start off the listening party the same way. I do believe that's on the album, and I do believe it's the same track. I just don't understand why it wouldn't be. That's such a powerful track. And you know, I know obviously he didn't have Never Abandon Your Family play here, but that is a track that obviously doesn't fit the narrative of Donda anymore. The story has evolved in a way. So I understand why Never Abandon Your Family wasn't played, but South Carolina still is very prevalent and describes Kanye's journey into, you know, back to being with Kim and the family, which we'll get to in a second. Like I said, the shit sounds finished. There's no mumble. Production was great, very improved. But then you had moments where Kanye like used the stem player and basically ruined New Again. You know, he kept repeating his one line, and it was like, this is such a great song. Why are you ruining it at this live listening party? There's points in the intro, the stage design, and then the finale, which we're going to talk about next, that seems so calculated and so like rehearsed, perfect, acted out perfectly. And then you have him playing this random fucking song. And granted, people liked it, but like, isn't this supposed to be, you know, it was such a weird moment to me. And, you know, the end was cool. First off, when we got to hear, obviously, another new track that we've never heard before in, what is it, Back to Life or Come to Life. And that was an awesome track. Kanye went crazy on that. But then the outro with Miracles on Me or whatever, No Child Left Behind, and the house burning down was awesome. But this was an awesome event, I thought. Visually, it was fun to go to. It just makes me kind of worried for what this album's actually going to turn out to be. Things seem to be going in a great direction with the second listening party. And then the improvements, a lot of them were great. But then there's also stuff that's just like, why did you, you know, weird stuff like that. The ending was great with the fire, and then taking the mask off and reuniting with Kim I thought was cool. Even though Kid Cudi being replaced with like Wobble Dobble or whatever the hell that was. Even though that hurts my heart really bad, and Jay-Z not being on makes me really sad as well. I could deal with some of this stuff for Believe What I Say, for Hurricane, for all that great stuff. And I don't know. I guess we'll see how the album is if it ever does officially come out. The merchandise was whack, by the way. First off, they said that the merchandise was not delivered. It's not coming. Don't wait. So we went to our seats. We waited 2 hours for the show to start. And then Kanye, you know, the merch gets there and then people can buy it, and it looked like trash. So I didn't get any. But it was a really fun event. I had fun there. I thought it was really cool visually. Intro, outro, everything. Kanye's already in the news again, controversy-wise, with Marilyn Manson and all the guests he had. But very interesting. I know I'm rambling at this point and talking too much. Good intro, everything up to like Believe What I Say, and then we heard Kid Cudi wasn't on. It dipped in interest, then it came back up eventually in the end pretty strongly. But other than some weird decisions, this was obviously another very big moment in Kanye's career. I was glad I got to be there, and I hope you guys liked watching a little, you know, getting a little sneak peek, I guess, into my journey at Soldier Field. But the ride just gets crazier. It gets more insane. I thought the complicated rollout was done. I have a lot more to talk about in the future, but, you know, this is really Kanye's world, and we're all just living in it.